Hello, I'm Kurt Van der Weide, a San Joaquin Valley native and Turlock City Council member. I'm going to be your narrator for this trip. I'll be with you throughout the experience, though we will hear from many locals who'll tell you about our wonderful area. Now that that's out of the way, welcome to the self-guided driving tour of southern Stanislaus County, Turlock, and surrounding areas. We are going to start immediately, so if you need cool drinks or snacks or gas, don't forget the gas. We'll make a quick visit into the country store, part of this extensive fruit yard complex. We'll tell you the story about the fruit yard a little later. Alrighty then, ready? Fasten your seatbelts. Start your engines. Maybe check the map in the CD case. And let's begin our adventure. We'll explain the bells soon. Your first direction is to turn out onto Highway 132, heading east for about 15 miles. Continue listening to this narration while driving safely, even a little slowly, and enjoy the interesting rural landscape. We are heading for Turlock Lake. This compact disc is available at different county locations, so you may find it necessary to listen to this first tract, pause, or begin the CD again, and drive to the tour starting point at the fruit yard, a landmark on the corner of Yosemite Boulevard and Gear Road. That's Highway 132 and County Road J14 east of Modesto. The narration begins here. If you are not here now, the printed driving directions are in the inside sleeve of this CD. The narration is timed to let you get from one point to another efficiently, but if traffic or circumstances dictate, just pause the CD or stop at destinations to listen and catch up. Most of the time, you will be listening to information about each point of interest before you arrive. We've chosen a variety of historical landmarks, sites, and points of interest in the county, plus this quick trip to Turlock Lake. We hope you will share the anticipation and excitement we felt in putting together this drive for you. Now, just a few directions that might help you navigate our drive tour. A single bell will ring from time to time to alert you to pause the CD to consider stopping at a point of interest or give important driving directions. As you begin your tour, listen for the directions, approximate distances, and the easiest place to park to get out and enjoy the local attractions. It might even help to have a pencil and paper to jot down the streets and directions as they are given. The CD is structured by track numbers and put together so you can easily do all or part of the drive at your convenience. Just simple back or forward directions on a CD player will ensure successful progress on our drive tour. A very basic map layout is also included on the CD sleeve. Even after all these directions, just a quick note before we even get there. When you reach Waterford, the next town, the road turns, but remain on Highway 132 through the signal light. Also, a good part of this tour will be driving on rural two-lane roads, so be on the lookout for slow-moving tractors and trucks. All the better to soak in our beautiful countryside. Okay, now let's hear from Christy at the Turlock Journal. She's going to share a bit of Turlock's history with you.
The Turlock Journal. Turlock's hometown newspaper since 1904. We would like to invite you to step back into history for a brief introduction to our area. I guess the biggest moment in Turlock history would have to be the day the city voted to become incorporated. It was in 1908 and the city was changing, placing itself on the California map as one of the most progressive communities of its time. As quoted from our own paper on January 24, 1908, when asked, what was the reason for Turlock's unexampled growth? The answer was the Turlock spirit. Innovative and forward-thinking, it was in 1908, due to the lack of water, sewage systems, and electricity, that residents filed a petition to have their community incorporated. Hannibal C. Blewett, the first mayor of Turlock, addressed these important issues immediately. Saloons, this was the Wild West after all, were regulated and the first tax was established for residents, a 75/100% property tax. A pivotal point for residents of Turlock had been the big blaze of 1893, when most of Turlock was reduced to ashes. When disaster struck again in 1910, it was known as the Big Burnout. This prompted the city fathers to talk about a more modern firefighting unit, and in 1912, the first volunteer fire department was established. Construction materials also changed from wood to brick. Women played a key role in creating the foundations for education and culture in 1909, pushing for the funding of the Carnegie Library. Turlock, once known in Ripley's Believe It or Not as the City of Churches, prides itself today on being a strong community-spirit city that honors our founders and pioneer families. We are proud to have some businesses still existing over 100 years since the town began. And we support today's youth in their visions for tomorrow. We hope that you enjoy your time here in the community. Please be sure to pick up your local Turlock Journal for more current happenings here. You will definitely see more of Turlock as we continue the tour. But wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. On our tour is the Turlock Historical Society Museum in downtown Turlock. There you can discover much more of our vibrant past. Let me introduce Luana to tell you a little bit about how the Fruit Yard, our CD starting point, became the dynamic location it is today.